Check, check, check. Mic test. Mic test. Check, 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 check. McDonald's. Burger King. Alright, are we live? I think we're live. Where am I? Where am I? Hello. Camera. 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 Oh, wait, I have to plug in the cable. I'm a dummy. Alright, here I am. Hello. Of course, you have to plug in the cable, otherwise it doesn't work. Hello. How are you? I hope today my brain is functioning properly. We're doing some thinking and reading today. A lot of reading. A lot of theory crafting maybe. But we'll let that be for another day, tomorrow. I decided to do a mega stream on Tuesday for release. I just realized, if I'm not mistaken, wait, where's the... Okay, release date is on 22nd. So, if I'm not mistaken, it's on the... It's on the 22nd, we all know that, but it's on 5 AM my time, so... Either I wake up very, very early, or I stream very, very long. And might as well stream very long, because I cannot get up that early, so... I would also have to prep for the stream, and talking with you, I think, yeah. Yeah, while doing all of that is pretty cool. All right, so what we're going to do today is taking a closer look at the game mechanics, as well as yeah, more in-game stuff, more concrete stuff. So where's my image? Not image. Where's my window? Ta-da, ta-da. All right. Like I said, last time they released a character trailer for this game now every day. I think probably as a countdown or something like that. So I might as well do that. I think Monday is reserved for editing, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I will push out more content there. So yeah, today we're just focusing on the streaming part. All right, we got to see more of characters, so we are going to take a look at that, as well as again going over the Pride win, everything we can get our hands on, and we are probably going to read about it. There are probably countless of other people that also have covered the game, or from the beta releases. I have not watched any of that, so that is maybe content for for tomorrow on Sunday. But for today, we're going to take a look on it ourselves. Is there anything else? I think, oh yeah, so streaming, I would say today is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours tops, like yesterday. I don't think there's too much to cover. I mean, I could probably spend like 8 hours on it, but I'm not doing that. Something else planned later today. Yeah, but I'm very, very excited. So, since I don't know if this is going up on YouTube, hello YouTube and hello Twitch, wherever you are, hello, and thanks for coming, thanks for checking out. I kind of want to go over the over these over gameplay. Okay, we went over the gameplay trailer last time. Not much to say here other than it looks pretty cool, of course. I don't know. Is there anything we have missed here? So they were on Tokyo Game Show. So I have not checked that out, but I mean, it's just commentary, right? Hey ho! Not sure how I should pronounce your name. I know the second character is Mae, but that's Japanese, right? This game's gonna be lit. I'm low-key excited. I need some horror turn-based in my life. Blockers Dungeon, just curious. Do you know when this game's gonna release? Yes! I put it there. If you see, on the 22nd October. Globally, at my time, so my time, it's 5 a.m. and to put it in UTC time, so London time, it should be at 3 a.m. in the morning. So for you, Asia, if you are in Singapore, because you're +8, I think, UTC +8, that is 8 hours on top of the 3 a.m, which is, let me guess, 2 hours, 11 a.m. for you on for Singapore time or Hong Kong time if you are a UTC +8. For me, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm planning to do a big release stream on it on Tuesday and until Wednesday morning, so stay tuned there. So yeah. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Alright, how are you all? How are you all? Therefore also, because that's going to be a hefty stream, we are not going to do anything on Monday. I will use the time to edit out the content from the past streams and put it on YouTube and yeah, continue making more content on the game. This is, I agree, this is going to be lit AF. That is really nice, really nice. I talked about this last time to recap. So we have watched every character trailers. There's one new, we're going to watch that later, or like right after. And we went over the gameplay trailer. That was also featured here in the first showcase, which we watched, their first official stream about the game. That was really nice. I did a video on the after playtest changes that they made or did or want to make, and then I think that was really nice. They made a video talking with the developers. I have no idea what video that was. I know they did. I hear this one, developer commentary episode 1. I think that was really nice to watch. So like I said, would have wished if they covered the gacha aspect of it, talk about that a little bit more, but I guess it's fine. Game is good. Yeah. So with that being said, I am not wasting any more time. We only have 2 hours to go and probably a ton to read. So on to read. It's crazy. So Chiron, you probably know him from Epic 7. He's actually in the game. I think that's so good. That's so crazy, because it just opens up for a lot of other possibilities for crossovers in the future, and I'm excited to see that. So yeah, very cool. All right, so yeah, now we're going to take a look at Ole combat motion. So I'm not sure if that's actually a trailer similar to Haru that we had. That was very well animated, really cool. I'm also not sure about the colors here on stream. I think it should be fine. I fixed it. It felt a little bit dull the last time, but I hope it's okay now. Anyway, also let's turn up the volume here. Turn down this volume. Yep. Whoosh, that was a little bit loud. Okay, this is fine. Woo! Wow. Olia, who is that?
神の言葉を聞きに来てくれた？また任務？めんどくさい。
Instinct controller.
神の名で命じる。天上の地位を
Also holy booba.
始末しなさい。まばゆい奇跡です。
I mean, quite literally. Huh?
さあ、癒してあげるね。
Okay, so healing.
仕方ないね。
It's our first support that we saw. I think.
あなたを待っていたら、うっかり眠ってしまったの。どうして待っていたのかって？さあね。どうしてかな。
Oh wait, I just realized the colors are super bad on stream. So bright. Okay, let me fix the colors, please. We were going to watch that again. Sorry, guys. I think I turned on SDR. Yeah, turn that off. And turn that off. All right, much better. All right, we're going to watch that again. Sorry. Alright, much better now. Also, I said it before, the first supporter that we saw, everything else, I think we were DPS, other debuffers, whatever. I think that's the actual, like, the first healer that we got. Or that I saw, maybe. And you can only guess what she does, right? I haven't played the beta before, so I have no idea about the skills, but we will take a look at that later. It's just about the skill animations anyways. Holy armpits.
うっかり眠ってしまったの。どうして待っていたのかって？さあね。どうしてかな。
Oh, yeah, ASMR. That was nice. All right. Which faction was she from? Faction. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Is this a religious faction? I forgot the names. They introduced us to the planets before, but I don't remember. Anyways, I think she's in the same faction as Haru, if I'm not mistaken. Like that trailer was pretty nice. That was that was actual animation. So, but they also didn't show here. This was just. Did they? This is real anime. Here, faction Terracion. No, this is a different symbol. It's not the same as this one. I thought it was the same one, but it isn't apparently. It is not apparently. All right. Got you. I think we have covered everyone now. There's probably more to come. Tomorrow is probably another character trailer, and then we have one more after, probably. Pretty cool. All right, now on to the game. Everything that you need or want to know, probably. Let me turn on the BGM again. Okay, so Chaos Zero Nightmare releasing 22nd October globally. If you wonder about the time, it is at 3 a.m. UTC 0. So for me, Germany, Europe, it's going to be at 5 a.m. for everyone in Asia. I think if you are in +8, so UTC +8, then it is, or yeah, it's going to be at 11 a.m. I'm not quite sure about this. It just says that they have a timer there, so you can also check it out on Pridewind. They are covering all other popular gacha games. I like them a lot. There's also a ton of information on YouTube itself, but here I think it's very nice to have everything on one place. And yeah, recommend checking it out. So I will go over everything one by one. Let's go over the introduction. As you all know, this game is about chaos. Apparently this is a phenomenon happening only in the CZN world, where chaos apparently spreads and is taking over the worlds. People living on arcs, so spaceships in actual space, because they cannot actually inhabit the planets anymore. Now we are on a mission to take back land. So a very simple mission, but yet very, very hard to do. A cosmic disaster that struck without warning. The beginning are the chaos of every story. Chaos, a black fog that consumes planets, distorting the environment and life forms. The Blue Pot, a chaos located on Earth, the birthplace of humanity. There have been reports of unidentifiable creatures being discovered. More about that later. And for some reason, a strange phenomenon that shouldn't be happening to the captain is occurring. So here in this game, we take the role of the captain, aka Protoss. I think in the developer commentary, they said it's going to be synonymous with our captain or Protoss. The people there will call us captain. But I think official title is Protoss still. I think, yeah. Oh, administrator, whatever you want to call it. So, of course, we are MC. That's how it all starts. It features a world drenched in darkness, a story etched in memory. Dive into a vast and haunting dark fantasy narrative, crushing stress, collapsing agents, and yet the mission continues. Break through the encroaching crisis and immerse yourself in a brutally vivid dark fantasy experience. I think this is something that everyone would love to see. I wish they are not going to restrain themselves too much, because this is exactly why we're here for. There's nothing quite similar, I would say. A new kind of RPG rewritten with every choice. Aim through the agent's eyes and feel the weight of combat at your fingertips. Unique cards, branching chaos choices, and evolving save data. That's actually pretty cool. So everything, I think you play through it, you actually take it to your next campaign. I'm not sure if it actually saves between two runs, but it definitely accumulates over in a single run, if that makes sense. Yeah. Shaped by your journey through the chaos. Every run is unique. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Build your own strategy and master the ever-changing battlefield. Also, something that they mention in the commentary is that while there are other gacha games that are very strong generically, I think we have these characters here too. And I also think, though, that they, from the looks of it, or from what I've heard, depending on like how they do it, it might be that there are certain strategies more going to be more important on certain other planets or different modes, where maybe DOT is going to be important, maybe CC is going to be important, maybe AoE is going to be important, maybe single target is going to be more important, similar to what we usually see also in HSR meta. But here, I also feel it's because of the way the game plays out. I think we will maybe have a lot of different like combinations of strategies that we can use to manage through the fights. They intentionally don't want to, and I agree, and I like that they intentionally don't want to make the game too difficult. Not too difficult. They don't want to make it too easy. Actually make it more challenging. So we're going to see how they're going to balance that out. Butterfly effect. Yeah, I don't know like how they are going to do this, but I think what they meant is that because every that with evolving save data, I think that's what you referred to, maybe, is that during a run, obviously, you collect all these buffs, all these things, and then you end the run with a pretty strong build. And then if you start a new run, I think you start from a new, I'm not sure. So very similar to Simulated Universe in Honkai Star Rail, if you have ever played that, or there's the one game mode in Honkai Impact 3 also that I forgot what it was called. Very similar. Yeah, Slay the Spire, if that says something to you. It's very similar to that. Characters that dazzle the eyes and steal the heart. Gorgeous 2D illustration, so we do have live 2D art here. And striking animations and make every moment a visual delight. Fully voiced by top-tier voice actors. Each scene draws you deeper into the story. Join a cast of unforgettable characters in Battle and Beyond, and cherish every moment of your journey together. So, this is something I really like about it, is that they have fully voiced the main story part. And, I mean, I think people in the beta, they have said that I think the story itself is okay. Not something too great, but it's fine. Usually in these kind of games, you usually always skip the story, and here they made it that you have to at least play it manually during the story mode and everything. All the farming stages you can play in auto, which I really like, because that should be autoable. Not sure about the main story, but because it's the main story, and if you play the main story, I assume you want to also immerse yourself in the actual game. So manual play is required, it looks like. Not sure if they're going to change that though. Yeah. So yeah, voice acting, I think I talked about this already, is fully in the main story. Alright, play SHRC, thanks for clarifying. Alright, well, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm also a big HSR fan. I think I can make a lot of comparisons here. So, yeah, it's very much like Simulated Universe. It's very cool, but combining that with like a card mechanic turn-based game, that's pretty cool. Let's go. What do we want to check out first? Do we want to reroll? Oh, by the way, I tend to reroll a lot during basically every gacha game that I played. I do not plan to reroll at all, because at the beginning I understand there might be, you know, a certain character that's very strong and valuable, but I also think about it as in long term. I mean, all the good characters here now is like they're going to phase out eventually. I'm not too stressed about it. You should be able to complete the game without having the most broken characters. I don't know how the balancing here works, but I love myself a challenge, and I would love to see how yeah, we're going to go about that. So I'm not going to reroll anything. I'm not going to read that. As for the beginner guide, I am going to take a look at this a little bit later. Free characters, we can check that out also later. Is there anything else we need to check, want to see? Let's go here, combat explained. I think let's go over combat first. The game modes, the gacha system, Arc City, I guess. Facts, the gear system, I don't think they have anything here. And the partner system. Yeah. Not rerolling, Giga Chat. Yes. No, we're not rerolling here. Yeah. It's better to start as an okay story than progress into good than to start as a bad story and progress into okay. Yeah. I agree. Hey, Lucius. Or Lucio. Oh, I always mispronounce your name, sorry. Thanks for coming and checking by again. I wonder what time zone you are in. Yeah. Alright, let's go. We got a lot to talk about here. So this is combat explained. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that. Alright. Okay. Here's a nice picture. The combat system in CCN is similar to roguelike card games such as Slay the Spire and Chrono Arc. I have not played Chrono Arc. Each turn you draw 5 cards. This is kinda insane. That makes you want to play out all your cards. Wait, what? So you just... Okay, so it's not drawing 1 card every turn, like in most card games. You draw 5 cards each turn. So you are incentivized to play out all your cards. That actually is pretty cool. You start each turn with 3 action points. Probably goes up every turn. And I'm assuming the action points you need to use to activate cards, right? You can hold a maximum of 10 cards in a hand. Sure. Each card has an AP cost associated, so action point cost associated with it. And you spend AP to play it. Makes sense. I assume the cost is on the top left of the cards. We will know. I don't know. Maybe I should just continue reading. Cards you have yet to draw come from the draw pile, and cards you have drawn this turn, whether you have played them or not, go to the discard pile at the end of the turn unless they have the retain tag. Okay, so that's interesting. You have to discard your entire hand, regardless whether you play the cards or not. But that's also why you draw new cards, 5 cards each turn. And I wonder if you have an infinite amount of deck, or because that's really interesting. So the deck building is not like, hey, there is like, you have to put like 30, 40, 50, 60 cards in your deck. You draw, I think, an infinite number from your deck, based on the characters that you have, and they dictate the cards that you will be able to draw for turn, I think. Am I right? Yeah, I think probably. Yeah. Little before lunchtime here. I see. I saw it's very early still for you. Have you played Slay the Spire? I think I have played it a little bit, not much though. You're supposed to draw your whole deck, then reshuffle the discard deck. Ah, is it like that? Okay, interesting. All right, never mind. It's in the next sentence. Thank you very much. Once you run out of cards in your draw pile, your cards from the discard pile are shuffled back into your draw pile. All right, so I wonder. So if every character brings like 4 different card types, I think you have 2 different skills and like one good skill, I think. And then there's like 1 ultimate card. I don't know like what the distribution of those cards are going to be. Yeah. There are 5 types of cards. I also wonder if there are going to be effects that actually affect the discard pile, and you can, I don't know, use cards from the discard pile. That would be really nice. Attack cards usually deal damage. Skill cards usually heal, provide shields, buffs, or debuffs, so they just do stuff. Upgrade cards are removed from your deck for the duration of the fight and provide effects that last until the end of the current encounter. Curse cards are created by events and exist to clog up your hand or cause negative effects. It makes sense. They are usually unplayable but can be removed at a shop. Ah, okay, got it. Because you... Okay, so you take the curse with you after every game in a run. And you don't discard the curse by the end of turn effects. Status cards are similar to curse cards, but they are created by enemies mid-battle and can usually be played to remove them. And they don't stay after battle. Something like stun, probably. And if you don't play it, you're stunned. And then you can play it to remove them. To skip the turn. I don't know. Okay, that makes sense. What are upgrade cards? I still don't understand. Ah, maybe. Ah, okay, I get it. It's like permanent buffs that you can put into your deck that affects the game, but they are obviously they are played immediately from the deck. Is it like FGO mechanics? I think very similar, right? FGO, like drawing, you get to draw cards. Like I think also 5 cards, choose 3 of them, and I think it's also based on FGO where certain characters have more arts card, more buster cards, and then more other cards, right? So maybe here same. For example, supporters like Aurea, the healer maybe they have more supportive cards and like one action card, so the chances to draw a supportive card is higher. I assume it works like FGO here. Okay. You want to draw one good card every hand most of the time, so in a 15 card a day you would want 3 copies of that card. Makes sense. And I also wonder if there's actually deck building, as in like you having a deck and then you can put in like the cards yourself based on the characters you use, or whether the deck is like predetermined based on the characters you choose, like an FGO for example. Right, because I have no idea how the upgrade cards would then work if you are not able. So you don't get the upgrade cards, of course, from the characters themselves, it looks like, because they have like their own cards. Because if that's the case, then upgrade cards are maybe cards that you have to put from outside from the character choices, and then there is a deck system, and then you would have to construct the deck yourself. But we will talk about that later. Maybe it's probably discussed here. I just have to read, okay? Hey Maruzensky! Hello Trainer-san, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thank you very much. Good to see you there. Okay, I think you're going to just from learning this like spider deck building mechanics. Yeah, I love that so much. I'm going to have so much fun with it. Each character also has a special ego skill that they can use during battle using EP that builds up when playing cards or defeating enemies for a total of 3, plus another 3 for the equipped partners, making up a small side deck. Alright, is that Yu-Gi-Oh? What? Of 6 ego skills that can be played throughout the course of a battle. You can have up to a maximum of 7 ego points. Okay, ego is something that are I don't know if they are the. Is this the ultimate, or is this the other special skill that people have? But we will know. I don't know. Each player has a special ego skill, probably the ult, they can use during the battle using EP that builds up. So ego points probably that builds up when playing cards or defeating enemies. For a total of 3 plus another 3 for the equipped partners. Okay, make up this one. Side deck of 6 ego skills. That can be player cost of battle. That's ego 7 ego points. Interesting. Okay, I see. So what is the number here? Like 544. Is that how much ego points it costs to activate the skills? But it looks like part equip. What does mean equipped partners? They also have ultimate skills. Okay. I just don't know how to choose. If these are the 3 main characters, like how do you choose the ego skill from your partners? I don't know. Or maybe they don't have ego skills at all. I don't know. Hi XP, hello. Enemies show their intent to attack, defend, cause a status effect, cast a buff, or cast a debuff on their turn. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, they also have an action counter that decreases each time a combatant uses a card. And when it reaches 0, the enemy will act early. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. In most games, you have the counter that shows you, okay, so in that many turns, the monster is going to attack. Like FGO, I'm going to use that as an example again. But here, the more cards you play, the faster the enemy will also act. So I assume there are going to be like certain combos where you just play a bunch of cards. But that doesn't mean you can just play them, I guess, for free. The enemy will be able to disrupt you in between. So that's really cool. Because they might stun you during mid-combo. And that is something you might have to think about. Oh my god, I'm already brainstorming so much, it's crazy. So each enemy also has an attribute they are weak to, makes sense, depicted by a colored icon next to their action count. When an enemy takes damage, they take some tenacity damage, and the break bar decreases. So this is the break bar, makes sense. This card is this monster is weak to fire, then of course fire break them. easier. I think so. Okay. When a character with the same attribute uses an attack card on an enemy, that enemy takes a large chunk of tenacity damage, scaling with card cost, decreasing their break bar much faster than it would when attacked by other attribute combatants. So everyone can break. If you attack their weakness, obviously you break faster, and the higher cost the cards are, the faster you break. Yeah. When the enemy is broken, the team recovers 1 AP action point, the combatant heals some stress, and the enemy action counter increases by 1. Okay. So when it's broken, I assume they don't get a turn. They get stunned, right? But then they attack much quicker after. Proto skills. During battle, it is possible to use a special proto skill using hourglasses that refresh daily. The effects are the following: 1 hourglass, rewind last card played. 2 hourglasses, redraw ego skills. 3 hourglass. Okay, so you have to draw these skills. Okay. 3 hourglasses, rewind current turn. Okay, that is interesting. So it's like, okay, I'm going to take FGO as an example again. You have as your master, you have these commands that you can use during the battle. This is like similar to it, where you can affect the game by using special skills. But they consume hourglasses. But they refresh daily. Oh, that's so cool, because you cannot use them unlimited. Because, okay, I see from the picture you have 15 a day. Certain skills cost more, certain less. But if you use them all up, you have to wait the next day to refresh the hourglasses. And if you want to actually use those skills. So you cannot use them for every battle. That's pretty cool. Epiphanies. During combat, a character will sometimes get a light bulb on top of their head. This means they have a combat epiphany ready. When you play one of the combatant's cards, they will get one of the unique cards added to their deck permanently. This card costs 0 action points the turn it is added to the hand. When you play one of the combatant's cards, they will get one of the unique cards added to the deck permanently. Okay, so that draws the card, like a special card, and they cost 0. Another type of epiphany happens when a card gets that shine on its left corner, which grants it an upgrade when played. I see. This upgrade has a low chance to instead be a divine epiphany, which grants an extra effect associated with one of the gods, along with the regular upgrade. Okay, so there's a small chance certain cards get stronger, which makes it very nice, because there are some little RNG effects that can occur that are pretty cool if you actually want to do or have to do a lot of risk management, because you might face an opponent and for some reason you get into a position where you might lose. But there is a small chance if you play your hand on a certain way and maybe this happens, cards getting strong effect can actually win you the game instead. I like that a lot, because it's not quite static, the hand that you have. So there's still variation with the cards that you draw. Pretty cool. Another element to keep track of in battle is stress. This is more relevant when tackling Chaos Deep Trauma mode. When a character takes health damage, they also take a small amount of stress damage, filling a small purple meter. Okay, so the purple meter is stress. Good thing I have a lot of experience on FGO. Hope it will help me playing the CZM more easier. Probably it will. Yeah. Probably. It will. When the purple meter fills up at 100 stress, the character suffers a mental breakdown. Okay. So it always happens when they take health damage, and then the stress meter goes up. I wonder if there are certain... I'm pretty sure there are certain characters that strive a lot when in mental breakdown. I'm probably sure there are destructive strategies where you try to increase the stress meter a lot and take advantage of it. So, mental breakdown. When a character suffers a mental breakdown, the team loses a third of the maximum health. That character's ego skill is disabled, and their cards are replaced with breakdown cards, which must be played 5 times for the character to recover. Okay? Wait. So it's not only they have like these 3 and 4 ultimate skills, they also have breakdown skills. So a character might be really bad with their original skills, but with breakdown they might have better effects, maybe. But it costs a lot. So you're not able to ult, you lose a third of your health, and yeah. So there's probably enemies that deal low HP damage, but a lot of stress damage. Exactly. I think there are also these strats in place. Really interesting. Wait, now that I'm thinking about it, there might be also combatants that causes other people to have more stress in general. So to fill up the stress meter more, so they can get into mental breakdown much more faster. That would be so funny if that actually is the case. That number increases by 1 for each time the character suffers a mental breakdown. Okay. So you have to play 5 times to recover, but if you go into mental breakdown again, now you have to play 6 times to recover, otherwise 7, 8, 9, 10. Assuming, I mean, since you lose a third every time you enter a breakdown, I'm pretty sure you need to heal. Otherwise it's not possible. So I have to go multiple times into breakdown. This cost increase is harsher in Chaos Deep Trauma mode, where the increase is going to be 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. When the character recovers from the breakdown, the stress bar goes back to 0, or is reduced by a third in Chaos Deep Trauma mode. Okay, so apparently that is a pretty difficult mode. The team gains that character's max health back. Health heals half of what was initially lost, leaving an empty part of the health bar that must be healed back up, and the ego count cost discounted by 4. Okay, so going back, recovering from breakdown gets you to your ult also more easier, because you can use it more easier as it is discounted by 4. How to deal with stress? This is so funny. So my fiance is psychotherapist, so she did her master's degree, I think, on stress. So she I think, or was it her bachelor's? I don't know. So she knows a lot about it, and she deals with a lot of patients that actually go through traumas and actually all this kind of stuff. That now that I'm thinking about it, it might be a cool series in the future where I just bring her. She does not play these kind of games, by the way, and then having her blind react to the game would be so funny. Anyways, how to deal with stress. The best way to deal with stress is to try avoid gaining it in the first place, of course. Okay, I think that's also a very healthy advice for IRL, right? The best way to deal anything is prevention. Therefore, you take breaks. Therefore, you try to stay healthy and all that kind of stuff. Have good work-life balance. Again, I talk about it. I'm not a fan of it, but prevention is key. Here, you do this by using shield cards. When an attack is blocked completely by shields, the combatant does not gain stress. Makes sense because they don't lose HP. You can also reduce some stress by healing, using special cards that reduce stress, breaking enemy tenacity bars, and resting at camp nodes. But these methods heal too little stress to be enough by themselves without the damage mitigation of shields. Keep in mind that overhealing does not reduce stress, it only works when HP is restored. Okay, makes sense. Alright. Will be some good content, yeah. Yeah, I think, alright. I think when I'm going to... Okay, I'm going to make a lot of content on the game. If I'm going to reach 10k, I'm going to bring her on the channel. Then ever react to that. Because I assume at that point there are more people that actually watch this. So I also need to help her with her anxiety to be in front of people, because she doesn't like to be in front of people. I have to do some negotiation work. Not negotiation. What's the other word called? I forgot the word. English is bad. English is difficult. Convincing. Yeah, a lot of convincing I have to do. Alright, I think we got the basic mechanics down. So the deck. So we draw 5 each turn. Have to discard every card except for curses. We start with 3 action points. Probably increase it every turn. It doesn't say it here. Each card has a cost associated to it, of course. We can only have 10 cards maximum in hand. There are different types of cards. There are ego skills, so that's a different kind of meter for ultimates. Then there are the enemies that, that attack when the action counter reaches 0, and every time you use a card, the action counter decreases by 1. Then there's proto skills, which you can use up to 15 times a day. And each proto skill actually costs a certain amount of hourglasses. So you cannot actually use 15 times, as you only have 15 hourglasses. So that's the thing. Epiphanies are really cool. So sometimes random events happen where you can get some powerful buffs, like draw random cards that cost 0. Sometimes cards can be upgraded into more powerful effects. Stress is something that is relevant to enter the mental breakdown, where in which case they gain breakdown cards and effects. You have to play 5 breakdown cards to recover from breakdown. You also lose a third of your maximum health. Chaos Deep Trauma mode has special effects, whereas where going to mental breakdown is much more devastating. Recovering from breakdown also discounts your ego costs by 4. Psychotherapist reacts to the season story. Yeah, I think that's cool. How to deal with stress? Shield cards apparently are important here, and I assume that this might be even more important than healing, from what they've said it here. I also assume that the hard game, like the end game content, is going to require heavy shields and heals at the same time. So how do you even like build your deck around it? So you would have a shielder, a healer, and a DPS, or a support, a DPS, and a defensive card that does shield or heal. So, yeah, I don't think a crew with only DPS works. But there might be like some one-punch strategies where might be relevant. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's one person that breaks a game somehow, or that finds a loophole. I don't know, depending on how good the developers test. Hard games are always interesting. Alright, next. Let's talk about the game modes. I think we heard one of them already, the Chaos Trauma mode. Let's take a look. Game modes. This quick guide will provide a general overview of all the core game modes in Chaos Zero Nightmare. What about Darkest Dungeon? Have you played that? I have not played that too much to a degree. I might have done this in the past, but I am pretty sure I didn't play that a lot. Like I maybe have scratched that. I have the game on my yeah, I have the game, but it's not that I have. I don't know if I've ever opened the game, to be honest. So that's why I'm not sure. It's the same with Isaac. I think I know I've opened the game, I've played it, but it was so long ago. I have no idea. Yeah, I can imagine how they will balance the 2 game mechanics. We will see. I think we will see. Yeah. Story. Story mode is divided into different chapters, and each chapter is made up of a chain of main story missions and sometimes optional side missions. So side missions are blue, and then the main mission is the middle, like the middle thing. Story mode missions do not require ether, so there is a stamina. There is a stamina system in place, energy, to progress through. That's really cool, so you don't have to use your never need to go through story, because in some games sometimes it just costs too much. But many of them are gated based on your account level, so leveling up is key to continuing through this story. Story mode progression unlocks many different game features, so you should progress through the story as ASAP. While there are some battles within the story mode, it is primarily composed of visual novel style missions that focus on storytelling and dialogue. Any story mode battle missions will have a cross swords battle icon on them, so it makes sense. So this is how you interact, and not only interact, but like know more about the story. If there's a boss fight, you will know. All right, and yeah, most content then is gated to your account level. Completing story mode missions award coordinates of record, account experience, crystals, premium currency, and advanced battle memory, character experience, advanced support data, partner experience, and units basic currency. So I assume the support cards or the partner cards are like light cones, I guess, like equipped. Some specific missions offer other special rewards. Okay. Each story chapter culminates in a mini chaos manifestation mission, which requires navigation through a map connected of nodes, where you will fight battles, encounter events, visit shops and rest shops, and face off against the chapter boss. Okay, so this, the mini chaos manifestation, this is like the actual game where you have the roguelike experience. Battle mission are combat-based missions that can be completed for rewards. Each mission can be completed at a 1, 2, or 3-star rating. Missions are divided into chapters, and each chapter can award up to 18 stars in total. Makes sense. The final mission of each chapter is required to rank up your account and allow access to new combatant levels, resource stage tiers, and more. So, of course, progressing through the story then is the main thing you want to do at the start. Simulation mode is divided into 2 sections: tactical training and basin of hyperspace. Okay. Tactical training are probably the farming nodes, which you can auto. Growth, combatant, partner, potential, memory fragment, challenge. Okay. This is the resource grind section of Chaos Zero Nightmare. It contains the following options and rewards. Growth, combatant, growth gives experience, combatant provides promotion materials, partner provides partner promotion. Potential provides for unlocking potential or talent nodes. Memory fragment, this is where you farm different memory fragments. So there is a gear system also. Challenge. Features limited weekly boss challenges that provide special potential materials for combatants. It's like Genshin, you have sometimes to collect boss materials for to level up. Well, actually, no. In HSR, there's also the boss mode. There are also weekly boss modes. Makes sense. The Basin of Hyperspace. This mod and the details about it were not available in the closed beta. I assume the Hyperspace might be that might be the hard. Isn't that the hard mode where it's like Memory of Chaos, where you have to grind through a tower or something like that and get weekly or monthly or seasonal rewards for it? I don't know, maybe. So this is grinding. Chaos mode is divided into 2 sections: Chaos Manifestation and Zero System. Okay, never mind. It looks like this is the hard mode. Okay, let's go. Chaos Manifestation is a roguelike mode geared towards developing save data for combatants that can be then used in other modes. Completing a chaos for the first time at various difficulties offer rewards, and there are also rewards to unlock from encountering different events, enemies, and bosses. Okay, that's interesting. So there is a permanent upgrade system in a way that you play the Chaos Manifestation to get save data. It's like simulated universe where you can now save your progression, and you can use that in HSR. Is only to use that, in simulated universe to fight bosses, but here apparently you can also use the upgraded version or the save data to face other difficult modes, which is very interesting. Okay. So I wonder if the save data actually stacks on top of each other. If you can enter the save data with a combatant and then stack on the save data to get even more powerful. I don't think so. Maybe it just overrides then. Zero system, which we don't know about yet. No idea what that is. Chaos manifestation. Okay, that's what we read already. Okay. To start a run, you will first select a chaos that you want to explore. Different chaos planets feature enemies of different elements. You can select a difficulty and then choose a regular run or a deep trauma run, which offers more rewards in exchange for more challenges. Each run requires navigation through a map of connected nodes, where you will fight battles, encounter events, visit shops and rest shops, and face off against tough bosses. Zero system. This mode and details were not available in the closed beta. I'm pretty sure one of them is the endgame mode. Probably where you have then to fight bosses one after another. Okay. So I wonder where you spend your most time. It's probably not the story, right? It's just the story, side stories, like you have done this, you have done it. This is, I think, where the actual game is. I'm pretty sure you get a lot of rewards for doing that. The Chaos Manifestation is a game mode that is required to run, so you actually get the save data on your combatants to make them stronger. And I'm pretty sure you will then take this to the actual hard game mode, which I don't know which. I think it was the trauma mode. I think that was what they were called. Maybe Zero System. I don't know. Just wanted to ask, are you bored of playing Umamusu, or you just want to try new games? I'm not bored of Umamusu. There, okay. I am doing a lot still in the background for Uma. So yeah, our Haru High is going to come. So lots more of probably lots more videos on it too. And yeah, not second. I always say second half anniversary is also coming up. So we are at the prime moment of getting back to Uma now, so that's definitely still there. I also want to try new games, both of it. And I think I wasn't even originally an Uma channel anyway, so it wasn't about Uma at all. But it happens to be one of the most watched videos that I had. So I like that. I like it a lot. So yeah. But I also cover other games, but not too many. So I would like to try out sometimes other games. If I like it, and then play it in the background. But if there's a game that I really like, then that might be a permanent addition to the channel. But there are not many of it yet. So back then it was a lot of Honkai Star Rail, and then I mean, I still played Uma Musume in JP, but I never made videos on it until I actually made videos now on the global version. So yeah, that was then a mainstay for the channel. Arc City is divided into 7 sections: Policy Center, Starshine Diner, Garden Cafe, Epione Center, Research Facility, Nono Shop, and Excursions. Okay. I think we will have more of Arc City later. This is your what's it called? How do you call it? Your home, kind of, yeah, your home area, and you can build out different facilities here. And we got a couple of days of downtime in Umamusume right now. That's also true. So, and very soon so I think still this month we'll have Leo. Was it? I think we still have Leo Cup this month, right? So then there is next week is going to be important because of the week after we will have the I think the start of the half anniversary. Yeah. The Policy Center. At the Policy Center, you will select a project to work on. Each project has target goals across 4 different categories: happiness, administrative index, economic economic activity, and public order index. Each project also has a limited number of days in which you need to meet the target for each category. You make progress by approving policies and influence values in each of the different categories. At the end of the time limit, you will receive a grade depending on how well you did in meeting each target. Higher grade results result in better points. This is probably your daily stuff that you do? I don't know. Your missions you just send out. No, it's not sending out. I guess it's just a daily thing. Get materials from it. Starshine dinner. For buffs. At the Starshine diner, not dinner, you can spend currency to eat different foods to provide your body with various combat stuff, buffs. Goto here. Holy, like they're not restricting themselves at all. Like to be fair, she has 2 melons that are both each bigger than than her head. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, at the Garden Cafe, you can choose between one of the 2 ether, stamina, energy gain options. Use shop plus 80 instant ether or a pack plus 1 ether recharge currency. I feel this is important because this is how you recharge your stamina, and that's going to be relevant. And you have to visit the cafe a lot. Ether from use shop should be consumed quickly as it counts over the total ether available before you hit the cap. This is the most optimal choice to select for progression, as it gives plus 20 more ether than the recharge option, allowing you to do 1 additional run of most material farming stages. The pack item goes into storage and will restore plus 60 ether on use. You can hold it up to 4 of them at a time, while less optimal than the instant option. This method does allow you to store some ether until you have more time to play. Okay, so this is really nice, because there might be times where you don't want to or cannot play, and then you can just store it up for a couple of days and then return it back later. Just pack it all up to a bottle, or I don't know how they call it. Yeah, pack it into this thingy here that you can use. So if you need to skip a day playing, make sure you at least grab the recharge when you return. Note, you can also pet the cats at the Garden Cafe. Okay, that's nice. Apion Center. The Apion Center is divided into 2 areas: psychotherapy and trauma code. Okay, that is interesting. Dinner like ZZ, coffee and noodles. Exactly. ZZ also had that. The buffs. They're feeding the post-apocalypse employees as well. Yeah, they're feeding them very well. This is the area where you can conduct counseling sessions with combatants who have experienced deep trauma in the Chaos Manifestation game mode. Okay, this specifically lives in the Chaos Manifestation game mode? I don't know. This area where you can contact no. Okay, I see. So everyone who has experienced deep trauma in the Chaos Manifestation, they will be able to go into psychotherapy back at home. There are 2 reasons to do this: to allow the combatant to be playable again in Chaos Manifestation. Oh, wait, that's important. And or to preserve the save data from the run that caused the deep trauma. And or to preserve their save data. Ah, okay, get it. So after they went through a run, they cannot be used until you actually give them therapy again. Alright. In psychotherapy, you are presented with a list of all combatants who currently have trauma and have 3 options you can choose from. Do nothing. If you do nothing, the combatant will remain in trauma and be unavailable to use in Chaos Manifestation. Makes sense. Delete memories. Spend units to do a quick recovery. Quick recovery will clear the trauma for the combatant, but does not preserve the save data from the latest run, and does not unlock any counseling record achievement. So, I don't know, if maybe you have bad data, you don't want it, you delete the data. You delete memories. Counseling. Spend a communication pass, a limited currency, to do a slower recovery. Selecting this option will start a visual novel style dialogue with the combatant where you can choose different options for how to help them deal with their trauma. Different combinations of answers have different outcomes, and different outcomes unlock achievements. Completing this option will remove the combatant's trauma and preserve the save data of their latest run. Okay, that's how you save it. Communication passes are limited to 3 per day and are also used to go on excursions with combatants at the Ark. Okay. Wait. Atelier Riser had pies. If you didn't redeem the pies, the girl behind the counter would eat them the next day and get fatter. That's so funny, dude. That's I love that. Alright, so you can go with your best 3 into Chaos Manifestation. They are not usable, and then you would have to go for with another set of 3, or you cover all of them once, and then you can go with them again. But because you can only have 3 passes a day, it's very limited with how much you can actually go or run the Chaos Manifestation. That's very important. Also, it's not that your combatants actually recover the next day. You would still use up your passes in order to recover them. You could technically go through all your 18 characters, do this 6 times, but you can still only recover 3 a day. Alright. So it stops you from actually farming the manifestation, farming for safe data too much. That makes sense. Trauma code. This mode and details about it were not available in the closed beta. Yeah. You will know about that later. Research facility. At the research facility, you can spend research notes to improve various functions. Makes sense. Nono shop. Nono shop allows you to spend policy points to purchase various items. You can purchase policy points that give additional policies that to use at the policy center, additional research notes to advance research at the research facility, and a wide variety of combat gift items to increase affinity levels. So this is for gifts. This is how you raise affinity with your combatants. Probably they also get stronger by it. And you get more items, you get more stuff, the more you do your home thingy. Everything that's around your, I don't know how to call it, I guess your home. Raising up your levels here in the research facility. Excursions. That looks pretty cool. Initially, there are 4 different excursion areas available with more unlocking through research. You can find random combatants at the excursion areas that you can interact with through a visual novel style event. The event provides some character background and story, and also improves affinity with the combatant. The number of excursions you can do each day is limited by a special currency called a communication pass, which is also used at the Apion Center to conduct counseling sessions with combatants suffering deep trauma. Wait, the number of excursions you can do each day is limited by is also limited by a communication pass. Oh wait. You only have 3 a day, so you have to spend them wisely, because you either spend them to recover to conduct psychotherapy, or you do excursions. Okay, I don't know if 3 is a little bit gated, but we will have to see how that actually works out. Alright. Alright. So far so good. So far so good. So this is everything around, around the game, the actual game. Alright. Now we are onto our favorite part, the gacha system. It also looks like, because of how this is, because of how the chaos I already forgot the name, how the chaos thingy manifestation works. It encourages people to actually have more combatants to play with. Maybe there will be a game mode where you actually have to use 6 in total, so like 2 teams. So I can see that also happening, so then you have to trade them all, actually get more characters. But you will have that anyways, if you poll enough. The main way to acquire characters in Chaos Zero Nightmare is through its gacha system. You love it, you know it, you hear it. You can acquire combatants who appear in battle, or partners who can be equipped with equipped to a combatant. So partners are like a weapon in other gacha games, makes sense. Combatants can be 4-star or 5-star rarity, while partners can be 3-star, 4-star, or 5-star. Like in HSR, exactly. Rescues are what Chaos Zero Nightmare calls its gacha pulls. To pull on its banners or rescuing, you will use rescue anchors, standard pulls, or rescue amplifiers, radar pulls. 160 crystals, that's exactly the same as HSR. 1 rescue anchor or amplifier. So amplifiers for the radar, anchors for the normal banners. Also, you are guaranteed to get a 4-star combatant or partner every 10 pulls. That is also something that is very, I mean, we know. The UI looks extremely similar to HSR. It's, I think, almost the same, literally. But it looks clean. So I assume at the beginning, everyone will have this banner, the support for new captain, special rescue request, where you can get a 5-star combatant within the first 30 pulls. The 10 pulls are also discounted, and you will not use the rate ups, so not the amplifiers. You will use the rescue anchors, which you can collect probably through the story. You will get them naturally, so no need to buy or spend your crystals for this stuff here. You get it for free. So everyone does this, yeah. So everyone will get this, and they will probably do this at the beginning. Information about this banner. You can only rescue 50 times on the special rescue request, after which the banner will end. You are guaranteed 1 5-star combatant within those 50 rescues. So it's 50, it's not 30. I don't know why it says 30 here. The guarantee that you will get a 5-star within 50 pulls is not affected if you get a 5-star early. That is important. The banner does not end if you get a 5-star early, because some games, they do that. That is important. If you're lucky and you somehow get a 5-star early, you still pull to the end. You still do all your 50, because on the 50th summon, you still get the 5-star. You cannot do single rescues on the special rescue request. It's only a 10 pull. You can only pull in multiples of 10, but every 10 pull is discounted by 20%, meaning you only use 8 rescue anchors in total. Alright. This is what I've been waiting for. The rate up for pulling a 5-star combatant from this banner is set at 1%. And I think it's 1% also in other banners. I don't know. We have to see. The rate for pulling a 4-star combatant or partner from this banner is set at 12%. No combatants or partners have an increased rate. You can only use rescue anchors. This banner does not share pity with any other banner. Makes sense. It's a standalone banner. Right, 1%. 1%. How much is that? I've played a lot of games with a lot of 1% gacha. I've played a lot with 7, 3%. I've played all the Hoyo games with less than 1%, where it's 0.6. Huh. 1%. 1%. Well, we'll have to see. It really depends on like how generous they are going to be with the premium currency or the crystals. So the only 5-star combatants available on this banner are the standard character banners. Luke, Caleb, Magna, Rin, Orlia, Maylin, Veronica, Rinoa, Hugo, and Chiron. Alright. Makes sense. Makes sense. Nikkei has 1%, not always though. Yeah, exactly. I think Nikkei, sometimes I'm extremely lucky, and then sometimes I do spend like 30k, I get nothing. I might have even 30k saved up by now. I actually didn't check the last time I logged in. Combatant rescue, standard combatant partner. The rate for pulling a 5-star combatant on this banner is set at 1%. Like I said, it's still 1%. 4-star is 12%. No combatant or partners have an increased rate. You can only use rescue anchors. So this is the standard banner. Starting from 62 pity, plus 4.5% chance to get a 5-star combatant after every pull. So they're building soft pity at 62. At 80 pity, you are guaranteed to get a 5-star combatant. Not 9-star, it's 80. Okay. Does not share pity with any other banner. So, again, to put that in comparison to Genshin and HSR, because those two games are the prime examples. They have 90, this is 80. They start soft pity at 74. This is obviously starting 10 less because it's 80, not 90. But it starts at 62 already. So, I mean, we can do the calculations, but I'm pretty sure that if you get 4.5% chance after every 62, you get a very, very high chance after just 66, 67 to get there. Let me see. So 63, 62, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 times 4.5 plus 1. Yeah, so at about 69 pity, there's a about a 1 1/3 chance to get the 5-star combatant, which is already pretty high. And if you pull for the 70th and the 71st time, it just increases, and the chance for not pulling it with at a 1/3% chance after every pull is actually kind of low. So it's very unlikely to hit 80 pity. It's very unlikely to hit 80 pity. Yeah. Good to know. Alright. So this is the rate up one. This is... Okay, no, this is also... this is the weapon banner. This is rescue. Partner rescue. The rate for pulling a 5-star partner from this banner is set at 1%. Yeah, exactly. So this is support and combatant. Exactly. So this is the standard banner for combatants. And then these are the weapons. But weapons, they're still people, but partners. That's what they call. The rate for pulling a 5-star partner from this banner is at 1%. Same rates. Here, they have 10 less pity. So at 70 pity, you are guaranteed to get the 5-star, but the pity starts not at 52, it starts at 58. Plus 4.5% chance after every pull after. It does not share pity with any other banner. There are only 5-star partners available on this banner. They are Jeanette, Zeta, Briar, Marianne, Tina, Scarlett, Kiara, Marine, Noel, and Erica. So no male partners. Okay, I might have to take a look at that, but I'm pretty sure these are all pretty strong. Some of them are pretty strong, so yeah. Now here we are, the rate up combatant banner. This is Haru, so we have seen her. That's going to be one of the first rate up, I believe. 1 5-star combatant and 2 4-star combatants will be featured. 5-star combatant from this banner is set at 1%. The rate for pulling a 4-star combatant or partner from this banner is set at 12%. Same as the other standard banners. once you pull a 5-star combatant, you have a 50% chance of it being a featured 5-star. So there is 50-50 here. Again, if you lose the 50-50 to a standard 5-star combatant, the next 5-star combatant is guaranteed to be the one featured on the banner. I wish they did not have that. Every 4-star has a 50% chance to be one of the 2 rate up 4-star combatants. You can only use rescue amplifiers. Starting from 58 pity. Wait, this is different. Starting from 58 pity. I'm pretty sure this is wrong. I'm pretty sure this is 80. This cannot be 70. I'm pretty sure this is not 70 pity. So starting from 58 pity plus 4.5% chance to get a 5-star combatant after every pull out, at 70 pity you are guaranteed to get a 5-star combatant. I'm pretty sure they messed this up with the weapon banner. I'm pretty sure this is also 80 and you start building pity at 62. There's no way this is also 70 pity. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is wrong. I am very, very sure this is wrong. So I'm pretty sure this is 80 pity. So anyways, 50-50 is in the game again. You never won 50-50. 140 pulls for 100%. I think it's fair. I think it's still fair. So it's still higher rates than Hoyoverse games and less pity count. So it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better, but it's still 50-50. So you don't pull for currencies, and then after, let's say, 200 whatever badges, you can redeem them for a character, or you can hold the badges for the next character. Like in Uma Musume, that's not possible. Or like in Nikke, for example, you also collect these medals, and then you can redeem them for the next raid up, even without pulling on the raid up banner if you want. So they don't have that here. It's still 50-50. No items collected from it. It's still better than 200 pity. It for sure it is. It is. It's fine. Okay, I'm not sure if that is only 70 pity. I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure it's 80 pity. I'm pretty sure it's 80 pity, and the soft pity starts at 62 plus 4.5% chance every after. This cannot be right. And then this one is the weapon banner, the rate up weapon, or the partner banner rather, the rate up partner banner. 1 5-star partner and 2 4-star partners will be featured on any given rate up banner. The rate for pulling a 5-star partner from this banner is set at 1%. It's always 1%, and then 4-star is 12%. Every 5-star you get from this banner is guaranteed to be the rate up 5-star banner. This is important because again, I'm taking this as an example in Hoyoverse. The weapon banner is not a guaranteed one. Even in HSR, it's only 75%. Here, it is guaranteed to be a rate up 5-star. Every 4-star you get has a 50% chance to be one of the 2 rate up 4-star banners. You can only use rescue amplifiers starting from 58 pity plus 4.5% chance to get a 5-star partner after every pull. 70 pity, you are guaranteed to get the 5-star partner. This makes sense. Alright, so it's not like it's only like 1 featured weapon though, but they also have only like 1 featured character, so it's fine. It's like obviously like you want to get this for whoever is on the rate up right now, right? So it always matches, I'm assuming. Yeah. Observe prism module card animation banner. Wait, that is okay. Now that's interesting. What is this? You can select rate up prism module from the standard banner, from the standard 5-star combatant pool. The rate for pulling a 5-star prism module from this banner is set at 1%. The rate for pulling a 4-star prism module from this banner is set at 12%. Every 5-star prism module you get from this banner is guaranteed to be for the selected character. There are no rate up 4-stars on this banner. You can only use prism lenses starting from 58 pity, and then the same plus 4.5% chance after every pull. 70 pity is max to get the 5-star prism module. What are those? Eternal moment. Prism modules are items that add animation effects to a combatant cards. You can select a desired combatant to prism module. Ah, makes them prettier. Okay. Alright. I take that. Hero shop and traveler's shop. Moments of the radio hero and moments of the traveler are in-game currencies that are only obtainable by rescuing. Oh wait, never mind. You do okay. So you do okay. It makes sense. You do get currency, but the question is whether the currency can actually redeem for a 5-star combatant. They can be used in the hero shop and traveler shop to purchase rescue amplifiers, rescue anchors. 5-star. Never mind. It's in the next sentence. I should just read. 5-star combatants upgrade materials and use other resources. You can purchase 1 rescue anchor or rescue amplifier for 10 moments of the Radiant Hero and 1 standard 5-star partners for 600 moments of the Radiant Hero. So these are like your Starlight whatever pieces that you can get after pull in the Hoyo games. Whereas there you can only redeem them for the weapons, and here, or the light cones rather, and here you can actually redeem them for combatants. I'm not sure if that is right. I don't think this is right. I think this needs to be 5-star partners, not combatants. Because here on the next one it says it needs 600, like in the other one, to get a 5-star partner. Every month you can use 90 moments of the traveler to buy 5 rescue anchors. This one we know. Assuming they take a lot of inspiration from the Hoyo games, because this is exactly how it works. It's not 5-star combatants. I don't think it is. I think this is, again, wrong. I think this needs to be partners. 5-star partners. You can redeem the weapons, the 5-star weapons with it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you cannot redeem for 5-star combatants. I don't think that is the case. I would be surprised if it was. You can obtain moments of the traveler by obtaining a 3-star partner. Each 3-star partner will give you 20 moments of the traveler. Okay, you can obtain moments of the Radiant Hero, that's the premium one. By obtaining a duplicate of 4-star partners, you get 8 from that. 5-star gives 40. A duplicate of 4-star and so on gives 8, 20 if you max them out. So it looks like the dupe system also goes up to 6. Yeah, so this is exactly the same. So you can buy the weapons with those things here. Alright. That's a gacha for you. It is a little bit easier than the Hoyo, of course. It's definitely easier than, I would say, Nikkei, because in Nikkei there is no pity at all. You can pull forever and you don't get it unless you spend 200 medals for the actual character. So there's that. So there is actually something you can get out from it. But 200 again in Uma Musume, there's no pity at all. So, and no guaranteed. That is really bad. And there's no 50-50 either, by the way. But there is rate up. Hey FC, they do put some prism lenses in game as a reward. Yeah, I thought so. I'm pretty sure they will do that, some of it. But it's nice that they have a cosmetic gacha. That's really interesting that they have that. Or different, imagine different animation effects for the ultimates would look pretty cool if they actually have that. They do have a lot of customization potential there. Alright, how do you like the gacha system? Is it fair? Is it good? If you come from Uma Musume, it's better, you know. But if you come from like other more generous gacha games, it's more of a like, it's the same, right? Nowadays, this is exactly like what every gacha banner is. The 50-50 is not a new concept or anything at all. But they made it more. They didn't make it so restrictive in a way. Also, depending on how many like free currency we actually get, premium currency we get for free. That also depends on that. Yeah, after Uma Musume, this seems pretty good. Yeah. if the only gacha is Uma Musume I've ever played, then you will feel the difference a lot. This is so much more better. But also, these games usually tend not to be as kind as, I would say, Sai games, where they just randomly they just give you 10 bullets sometimes, right? It's like, I don't know about these types of games, because Hoyoverse definitely does not do it unless it's anniversary. So, but they also have a lot of other content that you can grind for and save up. So, I don't know. The next question, and a very important question that I have that is not covered here, is if you pull a limited character, or let's say you should do not pull a limited character, does the limited character is the limited character put into the standard banner character in the future? From the looks of it, it does not. Because in Arknights, they do that. And in other games, in other like more generous games, they do that. But I don't think they do that here. It is. Hey, Gomo. Oh, wait, then that is really cool. Because then it's fine to miss out, because you can lose 50-50 on the character that you have missed out on. It was confirmed in the latest dev talk. Oh, thank you very much, Gomo. And that makes it much more better. Alright, this does make it much more better then. Which is a combination of all those banner types. Pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's okay. They said only summer units and collabs would be limited. That makes sense, because they are truly limited. Okay. Sheesh. Imagine the summer units for this game. You can only imagine. You know what they would be doing. Alright. I am happy with this. How much time do we have left? Maybe like 24 minutes, maybe half an hour or so. We'll go over the rest. Tomorrow is more deep dive into strategy and actual skills and everything. Things that we have, not skill, actually the cards and everything, and go more deep dive into more of that stuff. Yesterday was every reaction to every video that I released. Character trailers, commentary and so on. Today is more about the game and how it works, and then tomorrow is going to be more in depth after we have understood everything and how everything works. I will probably also work on, maybe there are also other enthusiastic players that work on the spreadsheet. There has to be a spreadsheet somewhere that there has to be someone that actually did all of that already. But I might also just make a spreadsheet for myself, and then I might also release that to you, to the public, to actually get the details of everything that I need to know. Of like what you can do and stuff like that. I would recommend watching the second dev talk whenever you get the chance. Okay, would like to do it. If that's the if the second dev talk is the one that they did after the beta release, because I watched that already and made a video about it. But I might have forgotten, because that one I did not. Maybe I did not remember. Cosmic Horror Summer, yes. That would be cool. But thanks for the suggestion, Cormo. I need to take a look at it again. Alright. Arc City. An in-depth guide on Arc City live sim game mode. That's the home system. We're just briefly skimming over this because it's what we have read before and what you can do there. I think one of the most important things here is the restoration of your stamina. That's probably something you have to do and you want to focus on, and at least check. I'm really happy that they implemented the option to store your stamina into these capsules. I don't know what they call it, and then just not play a couple of days. So yeah, Yeah, that was it. Okay, thank you. Increases ether stamina maximum cap. I guess this is important. You can increase your ether cap through the research facility. More ether or stamina per day. The cafe offers 80 ether or 60 storable ether once per day. Proton skills. You unlock the ability to undo a card, undo a turn, and redraw ego skills. Okay, this is where you can get your skills if you want to use them. Or have to use them. Character affinity is building characters. They do also grant them permanent stat boost, so they want you to bond with them, and they want you to witness their mental breakdowns too. So, yes, you will have your wife who's, yeah, you will have to go over psychotherapy with your wife. So, approved policies and policy center, restore 80, spend all communication passes on excursions in Arc City or therapy. This is important. This is the next, or probably like also one of the very important things is in order to reuse them in Chaos Manifestation, you would have to go through therapy with them. That's what I said before. But you only have 3 a day, and you would have to also see how and where you spend them, because excursions also spend communication passes. Buy all research notes from Nono's shop. Spend research notes in research facility. So making your life sim better. They just borrowed this gacha system from Epic 7. Later down the road, they would just put out limited character more frequently, which is kind of sad. Hopefully that's not the case for CZN though. Oh yeah, exactly. Now that you remember me about this, this is like Epic 7, but Epic 7 also is very generous in a sense that they do. I do feel like they rerun characters a lot, and then they have like this startup like for new players, they have implemented that later, but you can like pull in like a certain amount of time, and then if you're satisfied with it, with the 10 pulls, you just keep them, right? You don't have to reroll, but then there's only for like the standard SSR, so like the, what was it? Gear, weapon, forgot what it was. Maybe I'm not too much into the game right now, but they had something like this. They also have various other currencies too, but the real ones that actually mattered are the ones that are very hard to get then, but yeah, we'll see. I think Smilegate is fine. It's not that horrendous. I think Epic 7 is really nice. You can spend a communication pass to go on an excursion with one of your combatants. You can go on more than one excursion with the same combatant in one day. Each day, 2 of your combatants will randomly spawn in each unlocked area of Arc City. You start with one area in each of your 4 zones: Main Street, Vacation Spot, Academy, and Administrative District, until you unlock more areas in the research facility. If you have more than 8 combatants, you may not be able to go on an excursion with a specific combatant if they don't spawn. And just like how you will be able to pull 2 Ego Manifestations from the shop and others through seasonal events. Yeah. Going on an excursion unlocks a short visual novel style scene where you hang out. That probably raises affinity. It does. Policy Center is... okay. Okay, this is how you... extra quests. There are 4 stats for Arc City: happiness, administrative index, economic activity, and public order. We know that. You get the different rating as A, B, C depending on how well you meet the project stat goals, which determines what rewards you get at the end of the project. Getting C rank always grants 80 crystals, but whether you get combatant experience, partner experience, or essential materials depends on which project you pick. Yeah. Assign 3 combatants as 8s. Yeah, I mean, this is like the dispatch missions, right? You just dispatch them for rewards, I guess. Every combat... no, wait, no, it's not dispatching. It's different. It's, you put the combatants here for to gain, because I assume certain combatants have increase in certain facilities levels and make them more efficient. Every combatant specializes in one of the 4 stats and will regularly propose a policy that increase the stat, exactly like that. And when you make a decision on a policy, you gain affinity with the combatant who proposed it. You can also click auto formation. Yeah, makes sense. And this is policy, so same thing here. Okay. The combatant proposing the policy will always have an option they like more, and you get more affinity points with them if you do what they want. So this is like talking like in Nikkei, where you, depending on the choices you like choose, you raise the affinity more. The difference between sprites can be very subtle. As a general rule, they're happy if they're smiling a little and squinting slightly. You can also check a combatant's happy sprite in their character profile. Like the picture is very pixelated. I don't even see the difference there. It's very hard to see. But the right one is the happy one. The left one is the not so happy one. No, wait. No, left is happy one. Right is not happy one. You don't see that. It's very difficult to see. Approving policies grants policy points, and with better graded policies granting more. You can spend these points at Nono's shop for research notes, gifts, and more policies. Remember to approve policies regularly so you can buy out all of Nono's research notes every week until your research facility is maxed out. Okay, and then you have buffs on here in the diner. I think these might be relevant if you want to tackle like really hard content, but I don't think it is needed to win necessarily. I don't think so. It's just making it a little bit easier. Do they have crit buff too? No, they don't. You can get coffee at the garden cafe once per day. There are 2 options: restore 80 stamina immediately, or get a storable item worth 60 ether. Yeah. You know that? This girl looks kind of you mean this one? I mean, yeah, sure. I watched her in the trailer before. I forgot her name. Yeah. I think she had the like the black Rasengan thingy going on. Don't remember. Epion Center. This is when a traumatized combatant returns from chaos, you can retreat them in the Epion Center. The Psychotherapy tab presents a list of all currently traumatized combatants who require care. There are 2 recovery options you can choose from: delete memories and counseling. Both options prompt a short cutscene showing the combatant's recovery. You can spend units to delete a character's memories, which will delete the save file that was generated from the last run. This does not unlock any counseling record achievements, but you can do this as many times as you can afford. Okay, and counseling, I mean, only do this maximum 3 times a day. We can spend a communication pass to provide counseling. During counseling, you have to choose between treatment options twice. Each option stabilizes the character's psyche by a certain percentage. You can unlock a 50 crystal reward when you help a combatant recover from a specific symptom for the first time. Each combatant has 3 symptoms they can exhibit. When you have unlocked all 3, you get 150 crystals. So that makes it that they incentivize you to also play other characters and put them through mental disorder, mental breakdown, so you can therapy them and get your reward from it. All right. I mean, therapy is not cheap, so got a reward for it. You can purchase up to 35 research notes from Nono's shop per week, and we highly recommend you to do so. So that's probably what we do, because these level up all your facility levels. This is because you can spend these research notes to unlock learning notes, some of which can be very impactful to your CZ and experience. We have listed all learning notes in the table below, but here's a week-by-week breakdown highlighting the most important notes you can unlock. So, week 1, 0 to 35. Portal's skill learning reroll dice. Mandatory first note allows you to spend hourglass reroll dice, results in chaos. Advanced policy management unlocks at 1. RN research node increases the maximum number of policies. Policy management efficiency. Undo current turn. This is helpful. Add 40 research nodes. Supply chain repurchase limited ownership. This means you can buy up to 35. So this just makes getting research nodes more easier. I think this one is important. Extra ether storage unlocks at 130 research node. Increases your maximum ether cap. More stamina for you. Unofficial excursion permit. Increases the number. Wait! This is also important. Increases the number of communication passes you get to 4 passes a day, not only 3. That's important. Because 3 I feel is very limited. Use this to speed up your affinity or chase crystal rewards in the Appeal Center. Process skill learning unlocks the ability to redraw the eagle skill pile, potentially reordering them. This is, nice to have. Yeah, increased stamina cap is huge. A great crime PTSD. Okay, these two ones are kind of important. This one is also important, but you get that naturally. But this one, okay. All learning nodes. Is there anything we have to? I think they have all listed all the most important ones here up there. But you can see it. We're just going to slowly scroll. Okay, bond strengthening. I was trying to see if there's anything worth mentioning, but I don't think so. But these two are most important. At 130 research nodes. Okay, got it. Nono Shop provides variety of items. We have taken that. We have taken a look at that already. You can also get gifts to raise affinity. I wonder if you can marry here in this game. I don't know. By the way, did you ever play Solo Leveling Rise? I did. They are also doing Freedom collab just like Epic 7. Exactly! This is what I said, I think, yesterday or the 2 days before. It's crazy that Freedom does a collab for both. Not only Epic 7 had it, 7 Deadly Sins, so Grand Cross, they also have it. At the same time with, I think, SLA, Solo Leveling Rise. Oh, by the way, there has never been a more generous gacha game than SLA, Solo Leveling Arise, that I've ever played. The amount of pulls that you can do just from the first week of playing intensively is crazy. It's absurd. You're doing 900, 800 pulls. It's crazy in your first week. Easy. Gotta advertise that season 2. Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, what else? Alright, I think we're done with Arc City, so the life simulator. You get to know what this is. Kind of important. So make sure that you grab your stamina, extra stamina here, and use your communication passes. Also buy research nodes, because this is progression. Yeah, because you have to use them eventually to improve the facilities here, especially getting another communication pass, as well as getting more stamina here. Yep. Yes, you agree. True, right? Crazy. What's next? Effect dictionary. Is there anything we need to know? It's kind of crazy how much. Wait. Okay. Wait. This is a lot. Let's just skim over then. Some of the effects listed below don't use official language, as there's no way to check what they do, or the translation was confusing. In cases like those, we created the definition ourselves. So take the list with a grain of salt yet, because of the possibly wrong translation, but we can probably tell based on based on the name what it should do. Agony. Okay, so there is DOT. At the end of turn, deal fixed DOT 50%. You put an effect, reduce agony by 1. This card's attack is treated as having elemental advantage. I don't know. Don't have to go over all of these. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that's kind of important. So many keywords here. This is even worse than Hearthstone, where beginning of Hearthstone was very easy to understand, but they have implemented so many different things now that there are like tons of different effects. But this gate, like this list out of the gate, is just more. It's just so many different things. But I assume the card explains what all these effects do. Crystallization. Makes shield. Damage is damage. Damage reduction is damage reduction. Deluge. Dirge bullet. Wait, no. Are these cards? These are the cards themselves. I thought that they were just effects on the cards. Oh, wait. These are the cards themselves, aren't they? No? Oh, wait. These are the cards. Okay, never mind. Okay, this is the card pool. I thought these were the effects. I think these are turns you play is... I think learn these turns as you play is probably better. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, FC. Because these... Okay, so if these are the cards, that is something different. Because I will have to take a look at this a little bit closer next time. I thought these were the effects on like a card can has multiple effects of these here. I don't know. Maybe. But these are the cards themselves. So, yeah. We will take a look at that later. Now, this is the final part, and one of the more important parts, because it's about the partners. Partners are like weapons. Like in HSR light cones, you have partners here for your combatants. Every partner can be equipped with only one partner. The partners are a type of equipment that you can assign to a combatant character. They are the equivalent of weapons in other games and provide stat bonuses, a class-locked passive effect, and an ego skill. Unlike combatants, partners come in 3 rarity, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. You can acquire any of them through rescuing, while 4-stars can be purchased from the Zeronium shop, and 5-stars can be purchased from the Heroes shop. To better understand the partner system, here's an example. Makes sense, right? Slap the DPS card on the DPS, or here in this case, a Ranger card on the Ranger. If you don't, then this special effect does not get applied. But you still get the stat bonus. A partner's level is displayed at the very top. Like combatants, they can be leveled up to level 60. After 5 ascensions, leveling your partner increases their main stat, while ascending them increases the other 2 stats. Vanguard and controller partners usually have defense as their main stat. Okay, Striker, Hunter, Ranger, and Psionic partners usually have attack as their main stat. Okay, so how many different categories are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vanguard controller is like what the name suggests. Vanguard for the tanks, controller for maybe a type of tank that does CC. I don't know. Striker, Hunter, Ranger. I feel Hunter and Ranger feels very similar. Psionic is every I mean people with psi powers probably. The not physical the mages of this game. And next, the partner's passive is displayed below its stats. You can level up the passive's numbers by manifesting ego up 4 times with duplicates of the same partner. Partner's passives are locked to a specific class, which you can see displayed below the passive's title alongside an icon of the matching class, like I said. Put this on the ranger card, it gets ranger passive effects. Finally, the partner's ego skill is displayed at the bottom, so even those cards, or partners in this case, they also have ultimates. These work just like combatant ego skills. They cost EP to cast, can only be used once per battle, and take up an ego skill slot. Note that if you have 3 combatants and 3 partners, 3 random ego skills will go on top, while the remaining 3 will be hidden underneath them. Partner ego skills cannot be upgraded through any means. Okay, that is important to understand. So how this works is that in total you have 6 ultimates. At the start of every battle, you shuffle up that 6 different ultimate skills, and 3 randomly get displaced on top. You would have to use 1 ego skill for the other to be revealed. Okay. Here are some notable 3-star and 4-star partners who are worth investing in. In case you want to take a look at this already, I have no idea who these are. Rachel, a cheap 2 EP ego skill, ego point, ego skill for an emergency shield and draw 1. The passive increase to ego skill shield again also helps with survivability. Arvin, controller, consistent damage reduction with a boost to HP and healing. Her ego skill can stabilize your team in emergent scenarios. Lillian, striker, works well with strikers who have a lot of cheap attacks. Her ego skill can work as a pseudo tutor for specific cards. Just note that if there are no eligible cards in the draw pile, her ego skill will not draw anything instead of triggering a shuffle. So tutoring cards is very important in deck-based games where you can search for certain cards for very specific scenarios, strategies. So that's really good to see that there are also cards like that that can get you those combo pieces. Daisy, Ranger, cheap 2 EP ego skill for an emergency shield and 1 morale. Works best with rangers with lots of extra attacks. I don't know what morale is, but very similar to Rachel also, but gives draw 1 instead. Yuri, Hunter, ego skill draws 3 cards for 3 EP. Her passive damage buff triggers automatically on the first shuffle. That's interesting. Okay, that's even a 3-star. I think everyone can get that. Why is it called lower rarity partners? Aren't orange, aren't the yellow ones, aren't they like 5 stars? Why is that called lower rarity? Is it, or 4 stars? Okay, here 4 stars. What color do the 5 stars have then? I don't know why they are yellow then. I thought yellow is always 5 stars. But anyways, 4 stars and 3 stars. Alright. I think we have covered everything so far that we have to cover. I'm not going to reroll. We're beginner guide. I think based on what we have went so far, I think it's very obvious what you have to do. Play the story. Basically do everything in your life simulator in the Ark. Make sure you get your lost. I have to see what the thing is called. Get your research notes so you can level up your facilities, as well as eventually get to a point where you can get to the last upgrade at 130 research notes to get the extra communication pass, as well as an extra therefore an extra therapy or an extra excursion. Also important, get your stamina from the Garden Cafe. If you don't like to play, you can use them to store stamina, not the 80 but the 60 instead. If you play every day, grab the 80. Next, play through the story. You can build up save data for your combatants in the chaos manifestation, which then, however, you have to recover them in order to use them again on the chaos manifestation by going through therapy with them, which uses a communication pass. That's why. As for character progression, I don't know yet. but we have to see later. As for the game modes, there are a couple of ones that have been shown here. The story, there are side stories, there are... the main story does not require any stamina. You can play through the main story as much as you want, or how far you can get. It is gated by the account level. The side story is something, I mean, is what the name suggests, is side story, you can play them. If there's a battle, there you will see that if there's battle by the two swords, crossing swords. There is tactical training. This is your research resource grind, where you can auto battle here. So that's pretty cool. Everything you find for growth you can find here. The story mode does not have auto battle from what I've heard in the last video of the of the developer commentary. There you have to manually play here, and the these simulation stages can be autoed or farmed in the background. Chaos manifestation is how you get save data, and save data is basically applying I guess effects based on like however you completed the chaos manifestation with your characters, and you can save their upgrades on the combatant for later use on different game modes, which I think is very important, or makes it more easier. And then there are the other team things, zero systems, as well as the other thing that the chaos trauma mode, I think that's what they call, where the deep trauma run, where you probably face more difficult content. This is not explained here because we didn't have that in the beta before. I did not participate in the beta, so I don't know. Yeah. Is there anything else you need to know? I don't think so. The gameplay is very straightforward. And yeah, as for the gacha, it's 1%, 12% for 4 stars, 1% for 5 stars. 50-50. 80 pity for 80 maximum pity for characters, and 70 pity for the weapons. Is this game going to be hard? I don't know. I think in the beginning it is very doable. I can see them adding much more difficult content later on as people progress, and I'm pretty sure, and I wish they will add more game modes, or make certain game modes very difficult, where then strategy, deck building becomes very important. And I would love them to make it this a challenge, because it would be boring if they wouldn't. But they have also said this in the commentary, that they try to make sure that to actually make certain things much more difficult. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any reason for you to progress and get strong if you can beat all of it just like that. Because I feel at a certain point, even if you have maxed out everything, it shouldn't be like a free run for you, because there should be certain game modes where you still require you to adjust your strategies or deck strategies a bit, because I don't feel that there should be one character that is good for everything. Especially with card games, I don't like that there's like a tier 0 format where it's just one strategy that beats all. Yeah. Anything else we need to cover here? I don't know. Tomorrow, what are we going to do tomorrow? We'll probably take a look at more strats. We will take a look at maybe other people's videos to see if they have anything to say there. But from my experience, I think most of it is already self-explanatory just by reading all of that here. So I don't think you need a beginner guide, but that was the beginner guide. It's like, do everything the game tells you to do, and I think you're good to go. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, I would like to see like how the deck building works, because it's, I think, very similar to FGO, where depending on like which characters you choose, certain cards appear, and in certain amount or frequency. A support card or support combatant might have more support cards in general and less attack cards, and then you will see more support cards, that kind of stuff. No mention of PvP, yeah. So it looks like the way they built the game is more PvE focused, and you facing other, like, the horror, right? You actually battling the chaos monsters. For PvP to make sense, I don't know. Like, they might have a pseudo PvP where they have rankings where you can try to be as fast as possible with a clear, or I don't know, competing with other players like that. But I don't see like the player versus player thingy happening here because it doesn't make sense, like lore wise. So I don't know. I think it's very strictly PvE. If they do make PvP content, it's more of a like a ranking board, and I don't know, people somehow do it faster than the other. Let me think about it. They might also, so they have not introduced us to a guild system yet. I don't even know if that also makes sense here, but so no like team content. That's what I wanted to say. No team content, no guild content. It's so strictly single player as of yet. But it's also the same with Honkai Star Rail. Gameplay UI, don't like there will be PvP. I also don't think there's PvP. No. But for a card game, one of the biggest thing is actually the PvP. Maybe, I don't know if they're going to implement that in the future. But since they didn't do that in the beginning, I don't think they have thought about it too much, or they explicitly were against it. That's what I feel. Or they just don't have it yet implemented. But I don't think so. If they have not talked about this now, I don't think they will add it in the future. But it's just a shame because with all the card games, the main appeal is actually the PvP, is the playing against other people's, right? But here it's not like just the card game because it's a roguelike experience. It's you, the single player, versus the PvE content, which I hope gives you already a very hard challenge and makes it worthwhile for you to play it, because I hope it's going to be fun. Yeah, leaderboard system for guilds is okay. Yeah, I can see that too. There's going to be world boss, but we still have no idea how it will be like. Alright, okay, so this is also one of the team thingy that we might see in the future, where we have raids, or like there's a boss, and then the entire world is trying to raid that boss, and you get yeah, and then there might be rankings, there might be rewards for depending on like what rank you will get. I can see that happening. That's more like it. That's definitely more like it. Oh my god, this is going to be so fun. I cannot wait. Oh my god, it's still 3 days. It's like Christmas, but it's not Christmas. But it's like still 3 days. 3 whole days. 3 whole days. Oh my god. 3 days, 10 hours, 47 minutes. Ugh. I mean, you can all check like what time that would be for you. But it also says the release hour is currently unknown. So it might be, it's not that. It might be not 10 hours, but it's 3 days on the 22nd. It might be on a different hour though. It might not be at 5 AM for me, but who knows. Hey Mark, how are you? I see you. Liberating a planet in Helldivers 2 was a fun system. I never played that. Yeah. Looking at the characters, who excites you the most? There are certain characters that we have not taken a look at because they have not gotten a character trailer. I'm pretty sure they put Cassius in the trailer. For sure, right? Or Beryl. I can assume that because they have released a character every day now. We will see one more trailer tomorrow and then another one to the day after tomorrow probably. Wait till you see all the card combination and team composition possibilities. That's what I'm. Yeah, FC. This is exactly what I'm really excited about. The thing I love about card games is the amount of combinations or possibilities that you can have. That's the reason why I also play competitively. Card games. I like to play Yu-Gi-Oh because there's an absurd amount of combinations that you can do with it, and I love experimenting. How do I end Rin? Yeah. Big-breasted anchor girl and then Rin, sword girl, with probably the most insane old void. Wait, what element is Haru? It doesn't show, but I'm pretty sure she's blue. What's it called? Justice, yeah, justice. So we do have a triangle system plus the dark and light. The instinct, void against each other, and then the justice better than passion, passion better than order, order better than justice. I'm pretty sure it goes like that. What country are you from? Germany. Germany. The more times players completed missions in one specific planet and universal gauge would go up and progress the story for everyone. Ah, that's interesting, Lucio. So, oh, okay, get it. I get it. That's very interesting. Okay. Team effort. Holy cow. You know, Maribel's melons are like next level. This is like, what size is this? It's like G size. I don't know. I don't know what size. Okay, so there's also Veronica here. I almost forgot. So Amir, we get all for free. Don't know what that is. It's a shielder, a supporter. So Vanguard, probably as a support character, she's going to be useful for all. But she definitely does not look like a Vanguard. You get Mika, Owen, Ray, Tressa for free, by the way. Oh, we do. Oh, because they're part of your team already. Mika, who's Mika? Okay, Owen is that kid. Mika is here. Controller, Force of Justice. Ray. I think, yeah, of course, Ray. I think they have all been introduced before. And Tressa for free. And she too. Okay, she's also 4-star. I thought it was a 5-star. She definitely looks like a 5-star. Selena, for sure, she looks like a 5-star. I am impressed that she's a 4-star. Would have never guessed. I would have guessed Emir would be a 4-star. Oh wait, never mind. She is a 4-star. Never mind. Wait, the mix of 5-stars and 4-stars is actually quite equal. But I can only imagine as time goes on, we will have more 5-stars than 4-stars. But I'm surprised there are so many 4-stars here in the game. Alright. And the cool thing about card games is, like, depending on like the kind of cards that they give, I don't feel that every character will phase out or be extremely bad at one point, because I assume they have certain strats becoming available to them later on. I thought Renoa would be 4-star. I don't know. I thought everyone would get a Renoa because Poster Girl. I don't know. Why is Selena a 4-star? I don't get it. She definitely looks like a 5-star. Wouldn't you agree? I would have imagined Veronica also be a 4-star, but she's 5. Would have imagined Renoa be a 4-star, she's a 5. Olea is 5-star, it's fine. I would have imagined Luke would be a 4-star, but he's a 5. Magna, I can see that. How do I can see that? Hugo, I don't know. Chiron, definitely a 5-star. Khalib was a 5-star. Looks like a 5-star. Lucas is 4-star. Okay, I know what we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will go over every character and the kit. So, depending on like how much information we have. If we don't have information on this side, I will try to find information on them. And then we will have it look and then do our first, I guess, strategy session and trying to see what we can do with it. Based on the gameplay that is known to us. What do you think of Orleans? Is she good? I wonder who's best agent to pair with her. Olia. I think we can talk about this tomorrow. I'm not sure if they even have anything here. Okay, so they do have cards here. Okay, holy shit. Oh my god. I thought they would only have 4 cards. They actually have a set of different cards. A lot of them. Okay, these are different versions. Okay, never mind. We have a lot to talk about tomorrow. I have no idea. Mark, we will find out tomorrow. I have to end the stream here anyways to go somewhere else. And tomorrow, same time. So not at 9 p.m. as usual. My time, it's at 4 p.m. So that's 5 hours earlier like today. And starting from Tuesday onwards, we will also... And until Friday, we will have our times at regular times. And with regular, I mean 9 p.m. It's also written in my stream schedule, if you have seen that. If not, it's also on Twitch. And then you can go to my schedule and then you can check like the times. I don't know if that's still accurate, but I think it is. I don't have any stream on Monday planned. Monday is trying to like put content out and actually do the videos and editing. Also working on more Uma Musume on the back end for the week. So that's also going something that I am doing. And then Tuesday, depending on like what time they actually release it, I don't know if I should do a Tuesday stream and then like a very long stream into the release schedule. Because if the game actually release at 5 AM my time, then I will be streaming over the night on my end. And if not, then I might just start the stream a little bit later, because I actually don't know. So we'll see what time that game is going to release yet. Yep, 6-hour stream for cards. Yeah, yo, with that many people and with all the cards that they have here, I mean that's going to be that really is going to be extensive. But I don't think I will stream 6 hours, but we'll have to see. We might do a little bit tomorrow, and if we cannot go through every character, then for sure we will do all of that on Tuesday streams. Alright, see you around. I will see you. Hope you had fun and maybe learned something. I'm really excited, so yeah, let's get to it. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Thanks for joining.